All right, we got some more details. This should be interesting. All right, Cosmic Wonder, spill it.
We have some insane reports about the opening scene for Avengers Doomsday, the first actual scene that we will see on screen when we go to watch the movie.
Well, they're going to have to start it with a bang, so.
It is being described as something that could be the greatest superhero opening scene of all time if they pull it off. And reports are now even saying,
really?
Based on what insiders are hearing, a lot of people don't even know how they're going to pull it off because it sounds so
that crazy,
epic.
huh?
And a lot of insiders are backing up these reports about what we're going to see, so it looks like this could be true. And it's insane. Reportedly, what it starts off with is Tobey Maguire versus the X-Men.
What?
And apparently, the X-Men
are losing
Tobey Maguire's universe.
Oh, whoa!
I think I know how this is going to happen, but let's go over the reports. So, I first came out from John Campea. I
did not expect to hear that whatsoever. The X-Men destroyed it. First off, starts off with him fighting the X-Men. Oh my God. Woo!
He came out and said that the Russo brothers were able to eclipse everything else Marvel has ever done in terms of action for Avengers Doomsday. So this movie is going to be non-stop action-packed.
Cool.
Which I'm all here for.
Ready for that?
The opening scene, this is John Campea, is said to shoot you like a cannon out of the gate, and the massive action doesn't let up. Now, if you think about all of the different teams, all of the different stories, all of the variants that we're going to see in Avengers Doomsday, it makes sense that they wouldn't stop. And I believe, ultimately...
But I know they're able to do it because of Endgame's ending, good. As long as we're all in agreement. Let's kill him properly this time. So, from there to the end, all that damn action, I know they can pull off a lot of action. We shall see.
We're going to see a crazy Doom, not just of pure physical force and magical force and technological force, because he is all of those things, but a very cunning and very manipulative and very, let's just say, persuasive Doom, which I think is something we actually do really need to see. So this report is being reported on and being kind of backed up by a lot of different insiders. Murphy's Multiverse, My Time to Shine Hello. She says Avengers Doomsday opening scene is being described as one of, if not the best opening scenes in a superhero movie ever. John Campea specifically goes on to say,
I'm trying to think right now. What is the greatest opening scene in a superhero movie ever? I'm going to have to think about that one. I mean, if you go back to Superman 1978, that one, basically just Krypton, and, their issues and exploding. I wouldn't put that there now. There's Batman 1989 with him handling the criminals on the rooftop. X2 is a high contender. That's the one that had Nightcrawler in it fighting all the Secret Service and everything in the White House, right? That's definitely a top contender right there. I'm trying to go through them in my head. I wasn't a huge fan of the X-Men movies. I own them, but I'm just trying to think of opening scenes in all these different movies. Something that stands out. I always loved the Dark Knight's opening scene. I always loved that. That's not it. Because the Joker robbing the bank and his team robbing the bank is really the opening scene, right? but I always liked the whole parking garage thing where he, hello, where Huggy was. That's a hard one. I'm gonna have to sit here and think about that. Thanos and Infinity War taking on the Hulk and that whole thing there. That's gotta be a top contender. Damn. I would have to sit down and take time. I know you guys are filling up the comment section right now because there's just a lot of stuff that I can't think of. Zack Snyder's Justice League with his screen going across the whole planet. And then the Amazons having to fight Steppenwolf and that was cool. I like the Batman v Supermans. Them showing the whole, fight at the end from a different perspective. I like that. Although before that was actually a funeral. Yeah. Oh, man. All right, y'all. I'm done thinking. For now. I haven't told
you yet what this person indicated to me was the sheer volume of action is going to eclipse everything.
Oh, when what was that? Age of Ultron, right? Oh, that whole opening joint with the Avengers? No, not that. Wait. No, not that one. Civil Wars, right? Yeah, Civil Wars. I like Age of Ultron's, but no, Civil Wars was real good.
We're done. People are going to lose their minds. The movie starts with its foot through the door and shoots you like a cannon out of the gate. There's no slow start. It's massive action right from the beginning. The scale is insane, and it doesn't let up. And like I said, a bunch of other insiders are reporting the same. Nerdrotics reports the X-Men will reportedly destroy Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man universe in Avengers Doomsday. This is said to be the scene that John Campea is talking about.
Sad.
That Avengers Doomsday is going to open.
So I wonder if Tobey's going to end up sacrificing himself at some point in the movie or the next movie, because this whole world is gone now. This whole world. Everybody's gone. So, I could see him doing it.
And some other insiders back this up as well. Chad from the Geeky Cast said that Neurotic...
He'll die. Maybe Miles will replace him. Maybe Miles will replace him and not Tom. Who knows?
Also says this, and then Josh from Denim Nerd said this lines up with everything that he's heard. The movie is going to blow everyone's minds. So everything seems to really point to the fact that this is going to be the opening scene. We've actually heard Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is going to be in the opening scene. Previous reports said the opening scene was him basically watching his universe be destroyed, and then the TVA comes and picks him up. Now, I fully expect the TVA to go pick up Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. And I expected to see Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's universe die, but I didn't.
See, stuff like this doesn't ruin it for me. It only excites me. All the speculation and the rumors and hearing stuff like that, it only excites me. As long as they do it right, Doomsday could be absolutely epic. But they do it wrong. Stone Cold Steve Austin will be with me when I come through that damn door. You know that.
I did not expect that the universe was going to be destroyed by the X-Men. And I don't specifically think that the X-Men are out to destroy Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I don't think they're going around the multiverse trying to destroy universes. What I think most
there's some misunderstanding or situation going on.
Directly from the comics, which I love, is that an incursion is simply happening between their universes.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way to save your universe in the comics, the only way to survive an incursion is if you destroy the other universe. And I think the X-Men have figured that out. I think Beast and Professor X and Magneto, whoever is in charge, whoever realizes what is happening, I think they're going to realize The only way that they can survive is to destroy the other universe. And I think just that alone is going to be really great to see on scene, because people are going to struggle with that. Professor X is going to say, we can't destroy an entire other universe to save our own, but someone like Magneto would come in and say, oh yes, we can, and do what they can to survive. That's what I believe is going to go down. Of course, it's not confirmed at this point in time, but I don't see a scenario where the X-Men are going about the multiverse, conquering it, trying to destroy other planets. But when the universes get close, they have to fight. And that's how we get, and reportedly it's Tobey Maguire and Doc Ock fighting the X-Men. And it makes sense that almost everybody on the planet would come together to fight the other one. But as of right now, I guess that universe is Tobey and Doc. So the TVA shows up and saves him. So we have to remember some things as well. We have heard this in the past. We had heard an early report about the X-Men universe actually destroys another universe and is on a path with our universe, as well as the 828 universe. That is said to be kind of like the big three of the incursions. Our world, our universe is in jeopardy because the X-Men universe and the 828 universe are both going to basically have an incursion with us. And this also makes a lot of sense as to why Doom would take the Avengers to the X-Men universe and say, they are the bad guys, we have to stop them. Because we know, based on reports, of course, that is what happens. Doom goes to the X-Men universe, and we get an Avengers versus the X-Men scene. This is reportedly why we get that scene.
Okay.
Because the X-Men are going to be viewed as villains because of what has happened with Tobey Maguire's universe. And if Tobey is there, he might not be with the group, but if he is, he's going to tell everybody, yeah, they destroyed my universe. From his perspective, that's what happened. But he might also be with the multiversal Avengers team, like with Deadpool, Wolverine, X-23, all of them. They might not meet up with everybody else. They might be there protecting Loki. But by that time, I think everybody knows that Doom is going to be the main villain at that point in time. Yeah, this honestly has the potential to be the best opening scene. It's Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man versus the OG X-Men.
Potentially.
Crazy. That would be absolutely insane. And if that is the beginning and the action does not let up, we're in for a real treat. It sounds like the Russo brothers really are cooking. Or they cooked already, since most of it is
sounds to me too.
Already. But I think this really does fall into what we know the plot to be.
I'm going to leave it right there. Woo! Oh my God, they better not be lying. Because you know me. I don't hold back nothing no more. I'm going to tell you the truth. The honest truth about what I think. But if anybody can save them, it's the Russos. As long as they don't mess it up. And you know exactly what I mean. And they know exactly what I mean. As long as they don't mess this movie up, we're going to be good to go, Marvel. We're going to be good to go. And you will be back. 10 million subscribers.